Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Thanks for watching here. This came up yesterday about somebody wanted consulting, basically another software development project to get a trading platform completed for them. I just put together the answers, so I'm not going to get into their needs. That's private for them. So I'm going to keep that confidentiality or whatever. Can never speak English today on Mondays, or sorry, Wednesdays. Okay, so as I said, here's some of the answers. So conversation came up about IqFeed, message queue, and NoSQL databases like Redis. If you're needing, doesn't matter what language you go with, if you need a decent, true open source, free, basically fast, pretty robust and diverse database, I would recommend you go with something like Redis. I've been using it quite a lot. It never has let me down in any way. Data providers, IqFeed's pretty good. That's something I would recommend. There was mention, let me just see if it's in here, another provider. I can't remember if it's called dbook or something like that. But we'll leave it at that. There are other options outside of IqFeed for data, and it's a cheaper options. Can't say if they're good or not. In terms of programming, one language that came up was C++. Everyone seems to be fixated on C++. I've worked with it. I've worked with C. It's not a hard language to pick up and master. The problem is when you run into problems with things like missing semicolons, it can just have you tear your hair out looking for that sort of stuff. In terms of speed, yeah, it's fast. Java's the same. Some of the IDEs are much better with Java versus C++, and there's always that argument which is faster. It really comes down to how you code it up. If it's crappily written in C++, or vice versa, if you got something written, yeah, let's say written in C++, it's really badly written. Just because you write in Java doesn't mean it's going to be any faster. It really comes down to how you write your software. Now, this brings us to all the topics I've already talked about are rolling your own solutions, all the different pieces of technology. I do have a course on the different infrastructure pieces, but a lot of people never finish it off. So I've always come back to using other tools like obviously trading platforms. Now, one platform I really like is MotiveWave because they have a pretty advanced software development kit, and they're probably the only vendor I've seen that actually listen to their customers and give thought to what their customers say. And they're a little small outfit, not well known out there, but I will tell you, because of that, it works to your advantage. They are growing, and they are doing really well, hopefully. And I would probably go with a platform like that versus one of the big behemoths that just pretty well won't care about you unless because all they really care about is your money. um, Now, as I said, it might offer some advantages that you may not have thought of. He was saying he doesn't need a charting platform or other algorithms. There are things I will tell you over the last 6 months I've looked at crypto, but because of the charting and the historical and the easy use of the chart, I'm able to see things, to see it from a big picture, see why I'm struggling with the crypto. And it's got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with my strategy. It's got to do with just the market, the asset class itself. And if you watch one of my videos from yesterday, I posted, you'll know what I'm talking about in terms of crypto. So he was talking about interactive brokers as a choice of broker. One of the things that I've come across, and he had written his own execution code for Python, and it seemed to work logically. It worked, but he responded with a comment of how the code or some of the positions would get dropped and wouldn't get filled. Well, there's a couple of problems with that. First, it could be Python itself because we all know it's slow. The way I've seen interactive brokers write their API or the framework for Python, it's really, really bizarre. It's like a hornet's nest. It's like trying to take what they've done with Java or C# or .NET and try to apply that to the world of Python. Python's not a great language for object-oriented, and I think IB really focuses on that. Because of that, you are going to have problems with the that combination of Python and interactive brokers API. So something I would not feel too comfortable with. So as a result, I don't think I would go with that. Now, I've also mentioned about MotiveWave connections. This guy was going to be doing equity stocks. So anybody that comes to me, the first question you need to be giving, or the first answer you need to be giving me when I'm asking is, what asset class are you choosing? That right there will determine which way to go in terms of technology. So one of the things I like about MotiveWave is when MotiveWave, and no different than with a lot of other platforms that I've worked with or looked at, they have some really good connections to many brokers. They're the only platform that obviously allows Bitstamp for crypto trading, live crypto trading, and so on and so forth. So as it stands right now, this platform takes away a lot of the unnecessary heavy lifting that you would be doing with your own solution. It's a tough gamble to develop your own platform, essentially, and that's what I think a lot of people try to pull off for a basic bot. But I've already mentioned some of the advantages you have with the platform, and for me to say that says a lot over my own evolution. So, we're talking about, let's say, interactive brokers. So if he's doing options, one of the options I'm looking at as I'm looking into getting in that space, I've done enough with, let's say, Awanda and Forex and potential cheating. Well, I know that I'm not going to go into that, but it's just one of those things you just don't want to mess around with in retail Forex. But for now, this one came up, Canon, which I've been eyeing for 6 months, let's say. So they offer both futures and options. And I've always wanted to get into both because it gives you a lot of the advantages of what Forex is supposed to give you retail-wise, but futures and options are heavily regulated by the CME. And this is one of the better brokers to go with. I just posted an article on it, done some due diligence on the broker. So they look good in terms of reviews and whatnot. And this is how I found out about Canon through MotiveWave. So there's lots of advantage with that. So MotiveWave, again, because of the connections, not just that, but you can also have the same time the ability to use Canon and talk to the big futures data connectors like Gateway, I guess, Rhythmic or CQG. So keep that in mind, all right? And that will save you a lot of pain when it comes to execution and things like that, reporting as well. Okay, so let's go back to some options with a platform like MotiveWave. So I got this YouTube video I posted. I have a huge playlist on, that's about 90 videos on my YouTube channel regarding MotiveWave. It's pretty expansive. All my experience with MotiveWave, to be honest. So if you go to YouTube, Quant Labs, and look for the playlist in MotiveWave, it does exist. Anyways, I want to show you this video here. Actually, here's the playlist right here. All the different, yeah. So let me take you to the playlist here. So we have MotiveWave. So we have MotiveWave, it's there right here. So we have 82 videos so far, and it's growing all the time. So that's one of the big advantages with a platform like MotiveWave. Yeah, I am a partner of theirs. If you're interested, you can get it through me, but I don't care. Anyways, but that's just something I just put out there as a disclaimer. Now, regarding this particular video, this one here, new Mac OS. So the video on my YouTube channel, Quant Labs, new Mac OS IqFeed Java support with MotiveWave. So this is the advantages you have both with the MotiveWave as well as the ability to open up into other important resources with the Java support and the SDK that MotiveWave offers. So you can still connect into Redis. You can still connect into the machine learning libraries. I do believe TensorFlow offers Java support, and I don't see why not. Java is probably the most popular language out there. So because of that, you have the ability to connect into Redis, as well as if you still want to work with Python, you can do that by, as I said, you could use Redis as the data storage, your data hub, and then connect your Python scripts into it, and that should work just fine. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm putting some food for thought out there, putting more bugs in your ear just to open up your mind on why I think from my, call it 10 plus years of experience with this stuff, depending upon the platform, you want to work with a platform that offers you more popular programming language support, like C#, Java is pretty well the most popular ones, on top of the ability to have those plugins or those connections to be able to talk to other resources within the platform and not really hinder you from using other frameworks for it with that language. So that's the key. So that's my view. I do like both worlds, but you will get farther ahead using a retail platform because, as I said, you'll see things that you wouldn't see otherwise, and you'll have a whole whackload of other options that you wouldn't get with your own, obviously your own DIY, do-it-yourself solution because you have to develop it. So there's a lot of advantages here, and you will save time. Save a lot of money if you factor in the amount of time you put in to develop your own solution. So if you were to bill out $50, $100, $150 an hour to somebody else, but yet you're taking away that opportunity, factor that in terms of money as well. So if you look at it that way, you will save money by going with a training platform versus developing it yourself. If you were to bill out yourself the hourly rate that you would typically charge as developing your own system. All right, so that's pretty well it. Hopefully that'll help you out, and we shall talk to you later. Thanks for watching.